All right, what's up? What's up? You like geeks and freaks, fellow action figure collectors and comic collectors and toy collectors and all that shit. So you have to bear with me. This cough persists. It's still eating at me to this day, which is a real sucky thing. But bear with me. Let me throw a couple things up here real fast. There we go. Put that up. Don't put that. Okay, there we go. And there he is, as always. Brian Sanchez, the Sancharoni, the Sanchmahini, the Sancharuski, the Sanchonsky, the Sausage King of Chicago, by the way, if you will. Yeah, so bear with me as I work through this with this cough. All right, so I'll do this quick. Welcome. It's Christmas Eve. We're live. You can comment if you like. We have a wonderful Facebook group called The Toys We Love. You can see it scrolling across the bottom. 3 months. There's almost 400 people in there, I think, already. But in any case, it's great. We're really happy. It's going very well. And it's an open room. So, people standing over you, watching every comment you put in. All right. So about a month ago, I think it was, I obtained this. I looked at this. I've never collected Mattel's Major Matt Mason. I thought this was such a cool set. This one was in actually pretty good shape. Everything works now except for the voice box. And I've spoken to several people and they said, don't even attempt it. It's not worth trying to fix because inside the plastic is so brittle. So I did, the case is nice. I cleaned it up a little bit more, but it was already in really good shape. We opened it up and it's a very cool set. If you haven't seen it, it's basically a space set where they can sit here. The chairs do move. They're held by elastic strings in, but I took this apart, cleaned it up, gave it new light bulbs. And I believe, yeah, as you can see, it's working now. This pull string, which is supposed to operate some kind of voice, is similar to a Big Jam or a talking G.I. Joe. But you don't hear it. It's off track, which is fine. I don't really care. I don't want to fuck with it. I'm not playing with it anyway. I thought it was a really cool set, and apparently you can seat your figures in here, and then they can look through this window, and you can see who's outside. So to bring this down a little bit, because like I said, I haven't bought Major Matt Mason before. I know they're the bendy figures, and I'm never a big fan for figures that have that wire inside because I always break. Although I do love the Lion Rock Diver, which does have that. I had Evil Knievel as a kid. I loved that toy. I just haven't collected it for the same reason. I find that anyone I ever seem to find of these things is always broken, but I'm sure there are some that aren't. So what did I pick up today? What came in the mail today? So I picked this up. This is a Major Matt Mason, I guess, Alien. I don't know the name off the top of my head. I don't know enough about it. I'm not an expert. For some of you guys can put in the comments who it is. I did have to reach out to a fellow collector who is what I would consider an expert in this to give me some information and tell me if the deal was good or not, which he said I did quite well, or I did okay, sorry. So this is the figure. He's an alien. He's actually pretty cool, to be honest with you. He's purple. He's green. His head's kind of see-through. I'm not going to even attempt to bend any of his body parts. I don't know if they're good or not. Apparently we have, I guess this is, I'm not quite sure how this all works. Is this a chest piece or something that goes, I don't know. Does this go around the head? Oh, I think this goes around the head. I guess that would go like that. This seems to be some kind of, I guess, gun. I'm not sure. Some kind of gun. I see a spot in the back. There's a hose. I was told there was kind of a string or something, I guess, that goes with it. But there's this hose piece that I guess connects everything together. And then we have this pump, which I'm assuming you pump air through it, which will probably go through this hose, which probably goes into, I don't know, maybe this gun or whatever this thing is. And off you go. But I thought it was pretty cool. I think he told me I was missing something like a string or something in the front. But I thought this would look great inside this case. And then I'm thinking, shit, I got to bend him to put it in. So we'll see. Maybe we'll just stand him in the case for now instead of sitting him in the case. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. The case might just get folded back up. I do love this case. I want to protect the living shit out of this case. because the plastic inside all of this light blue stuff is that very, very crappy plastic that just over time just gets very fragile and just shatters, right? To get the sound effect is very important. All right. I also, before I get too far, before I get into the big package, I have to say thank you to. I want to say thank you to Marcus Aurelius. I did get his Christmas card and his nice gift. Very thoughtful. I appreciate that. I did send him a message, but I want to make sure I went on there live in public and said that because it's important to say thank you for things. Right, Brian Sanchez? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Sanchez and I bust chops all the time. All right. I'm going to move this Major Matt Mason piece out of the way for now. I hope I don't break it. Give me a second to put it in a safe spot for a while. And what I'm going to show you first is the Mattel Big Jim U.S. Olympic ski run. Now, I had this set up in my basement, but when it goes out, it's about 6 feet long. And it's literally a plastic ramp. Big Jim has skis with wheels on the bottom, and he can slide down, roll down the hill, and there's a jump, and he'll jump off and land on the other piece of the track, and off he goes. It's pretty cool. Again, it gets fragile. And again, because it gets so fragile, I said, fuck it, I'll put it away. But mine actually had the box, so let me give you a look at what it's like. It's this great artwork of this Big Jim skiing. You can see down over here, this is the actual setup. And if we look to the back, another idea of what it looks like, you can actually see what goes on here, how he goes down. It's got a really cool tower he put together. It's kind of I don't know, it's particle board. I forget what you call that. Paper over this particle board, if you will. But here's the Big Jim set. So I bought this. I said, this is great. As we all know, Big Jim was Mattel's answer to G.I. Joe because boys weren't running out to get Ken dolls. And Big Jim was that answer. Very good, and I would say a successful line. So many wonderful things. They were sold all over the world in multiple countries, including Spain under the name of Congost, with different artwork. They had a James Bond line in Europe. Yes, a James Bond line, not just a spy line, but a James Bond line. They had a Western line. There were other figures such as the Grizzly Adams figure from Mattel was based off the Big Jim body. What else, Sanchez? Chime in. I know you know a lot. The Tiger, Black Panther from Big Jim later went on to become, I think it was Panther in the He-Man series, if you will. So they reused a lot of the stuff, which is pretty cool. But because Big Jim was the answer, the boys' answer, or their answer to G.I. Joe for boys, there's usually a Barbie counterpart. Now, I'm not a big Barbie collector or anything like that. Let me go on record. There's nothing wrong if you do. I'm just telling you I don't. But some things I think are pretty cool. For example, I got the Big Jim Dune Buggy, battery operated, and it drives. Well, there's a Barbie equivalent. And in the Barbie equivalent, the seats rock back and forth. And it's a little bit different. They have some stuff on the wheels, a little different. However, if you're to buy this Big Jim Buggy and it's missing the metal roll bar in the back, it can get quite expensive. But you can go find a Barbie one with the same metal roll bar for half the price or less and just swap that onto it. So use your head, keep your options open. Matter of fact, Brian Sanchez, didn't you tell me that the Luke Skywalker 1977, 78 Kenner 12-inch Luke Skywalker grappling hook is the same one that's in Kenner one of the Kenner Steve Scout sets, I think you told me, which is a much less expensive version of doing it. So let's get back to the story. So one of my friends in one of our chat groups said, hey, check out this Facebook Marketplace. And you can see the size of the box is quite large. And it was the Mattel Barbie Olympic Ski Village, which was the Big Jim, was the Barbie version of the Big Jim U.S. Olympic Ski Run. Ray did not want it, so I said, nobody wants it, let me contact the lady. I contacted the lady. She was very nice. She said, I don't know about shipping, it's a big box. I said, I'll pay for it, whatever it takes. Well, Ray, of his own accord, reached out to the lady directly as we were speaking about it, drove 45 minutes to pick it up for me, made the arrangements, picked it up, paid for it, got a box, got it all packed up and shipped it to me, and said, don't worry about it, I took care of it. I said, all right, what's the bill? I mean, just of his own accord. That's how great it is. And I'm going to say this. Ray and I have never met face to face. Matter of fact, I don't even know what Ray looks like. We met in a toy group and we've been friends for a couple of years. And this is the kind of stuff and the kind of camaraderie that I would expect to see in toy groups, not the shit that goes on in some of these other groups, some of these other bungholes out there that are trying to take over the toy world by stamping their logo on everything they can put their hand on just so they can be popular. Because, sorry, here we go. I'm going to rant a little bit because in life, they're nobody. They have no self-esteem. How about that? Wow, that was rough. Yeah, you could tell there's a long history of cynicism in that because that other person is quite a chump, if you will. Treats people poorly. All right, so here's the Barbie version. Let's open it up. Let's see what's inside. Again, not a big Barbie collector, but I do find it pretty cool that you can find different versions of these toys, from the Doom Buggies to the campers. I actually did not realize that the Big Jim Kung Fu Studio also came in a Barbie version, which I did not know. And Ray did a really good job wrapping this. Thank you, Ray, for doing that, by the way. And thank you for doing this really great wrapping job. Sorry for the rant, guys. I just don't have a lot of patience for people who treat others poorly and bully them. It's not nice. So, anyway, that being said, yeah, they actually have a Barbie version of that Kung Fu set, which is, well, that's pretty cool. I've not obtained that yet because the only Kung Fu, Big Jim Kung Fu set I had, I sold, and here we are back trying to get it again. All right, so let's see what we got in here, shall we? Very smart. We use painter's tape, which is a great choice for wrapping old toys. Painter's tape has a tendency not to get stuck like packing tape on a lot of the old toys. It's the glue factor in it is much, much less strong and therefore easier to do and remove without getting all over the place and having to worry about accidentally the tape getting caught up on it. In a moment, we're almost there. Ladies and gentlemen, I know Sanchez is so excited for this. He's been chomping at the bit for a month for this thing. I was really excited it showed up today because Ray did mail it. He's in upstate New York. I'm down here in New Jersey, and sometimes things go quick, but around the holidays, things usually go much slower. So this got here when I got home. I saw this big box. I'm like, what the hell is that? And then all of a sudden, I realized what it was. All right. So there's a couple cool things I can tell you right off the bat looking at this. And let me review them real fast. One, it's nice. It's not painted. Is it painted? No, it's not painted. It looks like it's photographed. So you get a better idea. This ramp is the same as the Big Jim ramp. The building's the same, except for the graphics are different, if you will. Something else to note that's different. This is supposed to be the Olympic Ski Village, whereas the Big Jim is just the Olympic Ski Run. This one apparently comes with a, what do you call these? Like one of those snow flying saucers to be in, instead of, yeah, there's like a round disc they go on instead of just skis. It has the same skis I could see, but this is actually quite interesting. I like this. Oh, Olympic Ski Village, a winning run down the ski slope, then relax with friends by the fire. All right. Well, what I do think is pretty cool is this. So this is the gold medal offer. All three for only $1. Coupon inside. I don't think it's in here, the coupon. But we'll look. The Olympic medal, just like real. Oh, for you to wear. Oh, so they actually had a medal for you could get for your as a child, the Olympic record book, and the Olympic shield. Sanchez, I'm going to bet that that's the same shit that comes with the Big Jim set. What did you say you said? I'm back. Oh, okay. So this looks like the same thing that you could mail away for the Big Jim set. There was a book, there was a medal, and there was also this little iron-on patch, which I think I have one there because I have Brian. I got two of them. One of them sending to Brian. But that's quite interesting. So you can see the whole set here. Now, what I also notice is different about this right off the bat is there is no jump here. As you can see, it's one giant smooth run. And in our Big Jim set, take a look. There's a lip here. There's a lip right here. So as Big Jim goes down, I do this back. As Big Jim goes down, he can actually jump onto the ring, which I thought was pretty cool. This, oh, actually, here it is. Details in the back of this. Here's the Olympic gold medal offer. Same thing, book, medal, and shield. So it's the same thing. So boy or girl, we're able to get that little Olympic piece. And I don't think they're easy to come by, are they, Brian? Those aren't very easy to find because they're a mail away, number one. Number two, they were probably junk, crappy plastics. They probably got lost or thrown away. And I'm assuming people probably did not all, they didn't all mail away for them, right? A lot of things didn't get mailed away for. Okay, yeah, there's definitely some differences here. This has different base to hold it. I can see, oh, look at that. Son of a bitch. Guess what, Sanchez? It's there. There's the thing for the mail away. Wow. Okay, so there's definitely some differences. The base on the Big Jim one, it looks like literally from a real scanner, it looks like a plastic pole with a base on it. This one, taking this apart, and again, these are the same skis, but it looks like somebody took, I think somebody took the wheels out of them because there should be wheels in here, I believe. Yeah, there should be wheels in there. At least, oh, maybe not on this one. No, there's no wheels in this one. Well, that's interesting. So I guess this one, because I can see there's little plastic things here. So this must slide on its own by gravity. The Big Jim one actually has wheels, so it rolls and it jumps. This has the instructions and the original bag, I guess, that they came in, I'm assuming. All the little blue clips are in there to hold the flags. Yeah, no, this one did not come with wheels. I can see it in the instructions. Here's your instructions, how to put it together. Pretty straightforward. Here is your who cares, we do, that's who warranty card. That's still included with it. That's pretty cool, very hard to find. And here is actually your mail away offer coupon to send it in plus $1. It's a shame. Even if you got these things, then you would lose the coupon. If you didn't get these things, you could still lose the coupon, but hopefully you don't, which seems to be the case here. All right, so let's go a little deeper. This is the base for the tower at the end. It's supposed to look like snow, I guess blue snow. As I always say to Brian, don't eat the yellow snow. He doesn't always listen, but there you go. We tell him anyway. These are, everything looks like it's in here. Here's some of the pieces. This is a floor, as you could see. So this would be one of the floors that would go here, and it would be connected to the base. Problem with taking this all apart is getting it all back together. That's going to be the pain in the ass. Okay, what else do we have here? Oh, okay. We have, okay, so these are the side pieces. They're long blue plastic pieces, and these go along the edge of the track. They clip on, and this keeps your skier from going off the edge. Okay, very cool. Taped up, I guess. Put that back together. We will find out. There we go. Just don't look at the base. Oh, no, actually, no, here it is. Oh, no, they do have the same one. Okay, it is the same base. That's what goes in the middle. But again, this Barbie one doesn't have a jump in it, whereas the Big Jim one does, which makes the Big Jim one cooler because, as Brian Sanchez always says, boys are better than girls. Can I tell you? Here's the roof to the tower. Now, the best part of this is Sanchez can type, but he can't say anything. So if he's cursing me out, I can't hear him. These are the actual ski run. And when you set this up, this is 6 feet long. You need room for this. It's a really cool toy. I had it back there. I'm like, you know what? It's just too big. I got to put it away. It's pretty neat. What else is in here? Okay, so here is our disc for Barbie to slide onto. I see ski poles. I see the railings for the house. I see the flags. The flags are in here. You kind of just make those out. See them on the edge. I see 2 green chairs. They look like Barbie chairs. I think, is that it? I think that's, yeah. And there's a little bit of, and there's a little bit here and there. So that's it. So that's a quite interesting thing. I like the graphics on the front. I like that it's a picture of Barbie. They seem to do that. But I do prefer the Big Jim one where it's a painting. Somebody actually took the time out to paint that. I thought they did a good job, and I think it's really a shame that more toys don't have that done today. Even our cheapest toys like Durham Industries action figures, which I think we're about $1 or $2. Garbage figures, just trash. Love them to death, but they're trash. But they still had really good card art, great card art. Let's see what Brian Sanchez has to say. Brian Sanchez, what do you have to say? Merry Christmas, you filthy animal, you Barbie love him. You can always expect something good from Sanchez. We like to call that the Sanchez surprise. The dirty Sanchez. You know, we've asked Brian time and time again to please be gentle. We have young children watching, and Brian never listens. Brian decides he's going to go on the rampage and teach the world how to be angry. Excuse me, I'm just kidding. Brian doesn't do that at all. That's just a joke. We're just busting chops. But this is a cool set. Again, Ray, thank you so much for picking this up. I can't thank you enough, brother. It was a huge, huge thing that you did. And your gift will be coming late. A few of you guys, like I said, I've sent gifts to. They're coming late. Sanchez, did you get your package from me or no? I didn't check the delivery. Usually you say something. You didn't say anything. So I'm going to guess your wonderful Chicago mail is still out floating around because your shit should have got in already. Did you get it or not? There should have been 2 things that came to your house, you filthy animal. And I forgot to put your goddamn Big Jim iron on in the damn in the box. So I'm going to have to send that to you separately. I apologize. I do apologize, you filthy animal. I'm waiting for Brian's retort, if you will. Brian is a retorter. He is a retorter. Yes. He loves to retort. Let's see. You're trying to drive. Oh, then do not reply. You shouldn't be watching this. Just drive. Thank God. That's all we need. You getting into an accident watching one of these horrible videos. What's wrong with you, man? What is wrong with you? Brian Sanchez, the filthy animal from... This is a problem with this shit. Can't get it back in the box now, right? I will eventually. I don't want to stretch the box either. I don't want to destroy the box. You know, it's so hard to find sometimes stuff with old box, even a Barbie toy. You know, I mean, what happened to the boxes? You open it up, the kid opened it up, parents threw the box out. You don't need this. You know, so for those parents that saved the boxes and grandparents who overdid it, God bless you guys. Really, God bless you guys, because that's a huge, huge thing. It really is. It's a huge thing to do. These things get lost. I mean, I just paid $35. I never bought an empty box in my life before, but had this really cool box. I was like, I can't live without it. It was $35, I think. And I'm like, oh, what am I going to do with an empty box? I mean, I had the toy. I said, fuck it. I'll just get it. And that was the end of it. So everything is wrong with me. Come on, everything. My wife got hers. You haven't gotten yours? Jesus, Sanchez, I sent yours first. Your fucking mail sucks, bro. Your mail sucks. I'm telling you right now, because yours should have been in already. That ticks me off when shit like that happens. You know, no offense to the U.S. mail system, because I know they're busy at Christmas and so on. But my God, sometimes it pisses me off. Shit like this happens. You should have got yours already. Matter of fact, other people got theirs before you got yours, and yours should have come first because yours is a much shorter trip. So that tells me that maybe your mail people don't like my mail people. Your peoples don't like my mail peoples, and we need to get that fixed up, my friends. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. All right, that's it. I'm going to try and pack this all up, find room for this shit, which is always a problem down here. The more I say I need to stop buying stuff and reorganize, the more I buy shit and then have no room for it, and then wind up trying to figure out a way to finagle it into the toy room of solitude. And even that in itself can be a real pain in the ass. But in any case, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas tomorrow. If you're celebrating Christmas, I hope you guys have an incredible New Year. If I don't speak to you before then, if you haven't joined our room, I would highly encourage you to join. It's called The Toys We Love. named by David Gunn. Great name. Love it. I think last I checked about an hour ago, there was like 379 people in there, which was really cool. If we hit 380 by Christmas, Brian Sanchez will be sending out free New Mego 2XLs to everyone with a 5-year subscription that he's paying for. How about that? So, from what we were told, it is the hottest selling toy of the year. Isn't that correct, Sanchez? The 2XL, the modern 2XL, the hottest toy of the year. Can anybody else say garbage? Because it's fucking garbage. I wouldn't buy that shit with Sanchez's money. How's that? That's how much I detest that junk. What a waste. And what a fake ass attempt by that company to try and drive desire for it, to drive want of that toy. Garbage. Sucks. Yep, it sucks. All right, there we go. We got everything in the box. So again, a big shout out to Mr. Ray Jewett. Thank you so much for handling this, for delivering the goods. They arrived safely, getting the box. I don't know where the fuck you found all this shit to do it. But we're going to get these guys somewhere onto the shelf in the toy room of solitude, solitude, solitude. That's Brian bursting with excitement. All right. Thanks, guys, for watching. Have a great